Hi, I'm Heather with F-Body Warehouse, and today we're going to show you how to remove and install a dash bezel on a 70 to 81 Trans Am. Removal of your dash bezel is a pretty simple process. The first step in removing your dash bezel is to remove your under column plate, and there's going to be two fat screws under here. They're going to be flathead screws, and they're plastic. So you want to pop them off. They're not, you just turn them a quarter turn and they pop out. And then there's going to be tabs under here, so you need to pull down, and then it comes off. To ensure we don't scratch up our steering column, we're going to drop the column a little bit before we remove the dash bezel. And to do that, there's going to be 4 bolts holding this metal plate here, and they're 1/2-inch bolts. There's one there, and then one there, and one there. And once we get that off, there's going to be 2 nuts, one here and then one on the other side. Now once you get that off, there's also going to be an under dash duct here, held in by a couple 1/4-inch or so size bolts. Ours is already out, so it makes it a little easier here. These are going to be 11/16 nuts, and I've already got the one side off, and I'm going to do this one. And just a note, be ready, be holding it, because once you get it loosened up, we're going to finger turn it off, and then the steering column is going to drop. We're going to be removing the screws from under the dash bezel. There's 2 screws on either side that lock it into place, and the one that we're working on has an F-Body Warehouse dash install kit on it, so ours has screws in it, where some of them had bolts, but they're going to be on either side, and we're going to get those off. They're going to be long, and I've already gotten this one out. And then next we're going to move on. We've got 3 screws up here. There's 1, 2, and 3, and they're just simple Phillips head screws, and we'll go ahead and unscrew those. Now there's going to be some U-shaped retainer clips that go behind here and clamp that part of the dash bezel onto the dash. And all you do is stick your hand back and behind. Gotta find a good spot to do it. And there's going to be usually 2 or 3 of them. And then there should be 1 or 2 of them on this side too. So go back behind your wiring and find them under there. And mine are already off. The metal retainer clips are typically on a dash bezel that has never been removed before. Next we're going to start detrimming. We're going to remove our cigarette lighter, and then the cigarette lighter trim ring is actually, it screws on. So we're going to unscrew that. Another quick note is your trim rings will pop off, and it's not a big deal. They can just be glued right back in. At this point, the dash bezel is completely unfastened, and now we just need to remove it. We're going to take a metal plate up here, grab on either end and sort of pull it out little bit by bit. Don't grip at it because you will bend it. Okay, we've pulled our top down, and now we're ready to pull it out. And that's it. Welcome to the largest 1970 to 1981 Trans Am and Firebird owners group on the web. Message forum, tech information, and 4,500 members strong. transamcountry.com. Now, if you have an AC car, you're going to have the little round vents on your dash, and they're probably like this, broken, and it's an actual rectangular unit underneath the dash that's held in by 4 bolts, and we do offer it new on our website. So we're going to set this kind of in place and bring it up to our mounting holes and push our clips in. You can also use screws, not a biggie. Line it up, stick it in. For demonstration purposes, we've installed 1 plastic clip and 1 screw, just showing that you can use either or. Now comes the part that we've all been waiting for. I'm going to install my reconditioned gold swirl dash bezel from Randy Combs. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go in at an angle. And note on my car here, we do have a dash cap in, so when you have dash caps in, you can do things like this. They don't make it impossible. So we're gonna kick that in first, and then go in at it from the top. Okay, so we've got that in. We're just gonna keep pushing. Make sure we get around our headlight knob. And I believe we're in. First thing we're going to do, we're going to put in our screws at the top. There's going to be 3 Phillips head screws. Okay, next we're going to put on our cigarette lighter ring and just screw it on. And then put our little cigarette lighter in. And now we've got our 2 screws under here. So we're going to go from underneath. Okay, now we're going to reinstall our metal underdash plate here, and just got to line everything back up, get it back in. There's 2 mounting holes up here by the steering column and 2 underneath on the lower dash bar.